Hey everybody, I'm Josh, and welcome to another episode of Just Saying. Thank you, thank you. On the show today, join me as we honor the person who gave us life, the person who wiped our snotty noses and kissed our muddy boo-boos. That's right, it's our Mother's Day special. So sit back and relax because I got a lot to say. You know what's kind of weird? I just noticed this. So every week I have my note cards, and generally my monologue note card and my goodbye note card say the same things. And then, like, my segment note cards are just like, I don't even look at them all episode, I just hold them. But it just says, like, that's what the segment's going to be about. Anyway, so I have what I normally put on. And then I have, like, I just made extra notes of what I actually want to say because, heaven forbid, I actually put them in what I was supposed to be talking about under host chat. Anyway, so I just, first of all, want to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. Thank you so much for giving us life. I'm going to talk more about mothers here in a little bit near the end of the show. But Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I just want to make it known. I don't know. I don't know if I should be proud of this or if I should be concerned. But it is April 18th right now. It's like a month before Mother's Day. And I'm filming the Mother's Day episode. Anyway. One thing I am doing this year, or this season, is kind of redefining my segments. And what I mean by that is, at the beginning when I started, I created the What's Wrong Here and the Oops segment. And it was kind of a blanket segment that I could throw anything into. And now that I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for and how I'm going to do, like, look for my pictures and stuff, I'm trying to redefine my segments. And so, like, today we're going to do a segment of What's Wrong. I'm sorry, a segment of the marketplace, but it's going to be different. It's not going to be online stuff that's being sold online. It's going to basically now have everything to do with stores, markets, selling anything. Bad signs, bad promotion, bad whatever. If it's about a sign or selling things, it's going to be in this segment. So, because I initially created Oops and What's Wrong Here to do, like, handyman fails. And then it just kind of became everything. And so, anyway, so that's what I'm kind of going to do today. So, when I do the marketplace, and it's not how I normally do the marketplace segment, that's why. On the show today, according to our friends at holidayinsights.com, which we got to cash in with them, according to them, it is National Photography Month, and so what better way to celebrate Mother's Day and Photography Month other than looking at some pictures of bad Mother's Day sale promotions. So, yeah. That's what we're going to look at. Also, I'm going to give you guys a little spiel about mothers, because apparently I know everything there is to know about mothers. Not even a father. Whatever. Also, I want to bring up, because it takes a lot to kind of... Okay, so, you know how you have normal day stress and worries and all that stuff. It takes a lot for me to get worried about the world and the world problems. Like, it kind of, I started getting anxious about it during the pandemic and the lockdown and whatnot. And then this story came out, and it's kind of starting to give me anxiety about it because clearly it's true. So Bubba Joe is some random field in Arkansas is saying, "See, I told you I done got probed." I can't do southern accents apparently. So these pictures were taken by, there's a couple of them in here that were taken by a naval base. There were a couple, one of them was taken by a random person, and one of them was taken by a pilot that was flying, I want to say a commercial jet. I'm not sure. But the Pentagon, excuse me, one of the pictures leaked, and so the Pentagon had to come out with a statement. This is a true story. Look it up, Google it. The Pentagon had to come out with a statement saying there are UFOs. They have been sighted by naval bases. They have seen like 3 triangles kind of in a triangle form, just hovering for a few minutes and then darting away. And it's happened more recently. And it's kind of got me worried. Here are the pictures, or well, some of the pictures. You can Google this story. It's 100% true story. And so one of these pictures, like I said, got leaked. The Pentagon had to come out with a statement saying, yes, they're real pictures. And then supposedly in June, we're supposed to get a more detailed report. So here's one of the pictures of what one of them looks like. And I know it kind of looks like a slice of pizza, but it's not. I think it's a circle. The top is a circle, and the triangle part is like the fire of the jet making it hover. And then there's this one which shows one of them hovering, and then it looks, the penis looking thing, I'm assuming is one of them shooting back up after having hovered. And then there's this picture that's more of a daytime picture, but I want to say that it's darting down to hover. I don't know. They're just kind of disturbing pictures. And no one, like, this is, of course, after the Pentagon has looked at these pictures, examined everything about the pictures, and and have eliminated all of the possible answers that it could be. Another plane, a drone, a missile, a camera, they've eliminated all of those possibilities, and it literally is an unidentified flying object. It literally is a UFO. So another report to come in June. Doc, you better prescribe me some stronger anxiety meds, because this ain't working. Anyway, like I said, on the show today, we're going to honor our mothers and take a look at some hilarious things. But before we get there, it's time for a hilarious round of another cheesy monologue. As usual, I went to latenightLOL.com and shocker, in the search bar typed in Mother's Day. So not only will the jokes be outdated, but they will also have something to do with Mother's Day. So hold on tight. Here we go. For Mother's Day, Hooters is giving away free chicken wings to all mothers who come in. So take your mom to Hooters. What better way to let her know she's failed as a parent than taking your mother to Hooters on Mother's Day? Seriously. According to a study, the most common present given on Mother's Day is a gift card for a massage. It's the perfect gift for the mother who wants everyone else to touch her but your own father. Mother's Day is this weekend, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I saw that a strip club in Las Vegas is offering a dinner special. When asked what they do for Father's Day, strippers said, "What are fathers?" Here's this week's point to ponder. A good mother loves her kids. A great mother loves her teenagers. It's true. My sister's got 3. Almost 4. No, back to 3. Anyway, researchers are claiming that humans can only maintain close relationships with 5 people, which should make it more interesting for the 6th child. Talk about... What's that? Oh my gosh. I had a joke and then the name of the movie just left my mind. Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games every holiday. Oh, darn, I'm not a child today. But you get the runner-up prize. Researchers. Oh, I just read that one. Not only is it Mother's Day, but this weekend, but we also had the mother of all cyber attacks. The biggest cyber attack in history, where more than 300,000 people and institutions in just about 150 countries had their data held hostage by ransomware called WannaCry. That just sounds like a new single from Harry Styles. President Trump made a Mother's Day video calling his mom a great person, really warm, really smart, which can only mean one thing: Donald Trump was adopted. It's time now for my joke of the week. Actually, a new survey found that on average, Americans will spend $168 on Mother's Day this year. For any woman who's been through labor for a day and a half, remember, $168 on the nose. Not a penny short, not a penny over. Well, it can be over. On Mother's Day, Eminem released a music video for a song which is a public apology to his mother. No word yet on whether or not Eminem's mother enjoyed the song. Sorry, I didn't call. And finally, just in time for Mother's Day, Dove is selling body wash in 6 different bottles to represent the different shapes of women's bodies. Yep, it's being called the perfect gift if you want to offend your mother. So, you all know, we all know, mothers will do anything in their power to make their child's lives just that much easier. And so, I was actually not online looking for this. I was looking for something else, and I came across this article, and I'll put the link in the description below. But I came across this article about the 10, well, there was like 20, but they were requests made by parents to their child's teacher or school. So it's time now for the top 10 random requests made by parents to their child's teacher in this week's edition of The 10. Alright, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. Number 10. I had a mom tell me that there was no way I could teach math every single day. Once or twice a week was already overwhelming for her son because math makes him sad. But you have to take some away. And I want them all. Number 9. A 4th grader's mother told our school secretary that she needed to blow on her daughter's soup at lunch because it might be too hot. No, what you do is, and this is the thrifty male way of doing it, you go out and you buy one of those little portable fans and you just have the daughter hold it. There you go. Alright, here we go. Number 8. A mother asked if her daughter could have an excused absence because she had lost her virginity the night before. What, are you going to go celebrate? Woot woot. Left the V Club. Number 7. One parent wanted to collect keys to all of the tests and quizzes I gave to my class this year to make sure that I was grading them correctly. Because I've never done it before and it's the hardest thing in the world. Harder than physics and string theory is grading papers. Number 6. In writing, I was asked to follow a student around so the student wouldn't eat so many apples. Hey, you've heard that apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, she wanted to make sure the doctor, the dentist, the eye doctor, no one needed to see her. She was crossing all of them out. Number 5. We were going on an all-day field trip, and one of my students came to school without a lunch. I called her mom to see if she could bring something to the school before we left. Her response was to ask me if we could drive through and pick pick her daughter up some sushi on the way to the farm. I'll give you a sushi. Number 4, I caught a student cheating on a test. His dad called me that night and explained to me that it would be unfair for me to take points off his grade for cheating because it would lower his grade. Duh. I think that dad needs to go back to school. Number 3, I had a mom call and ask me to ask her son not to pick up frogs on the way home. They might be poisonous. Or it's just a frog. Whatever. Number 2, I emailed a parent about her child name-calling another student as an ongoing issue. The parent wrote me back and said that it's a normal part of growing up and that every child does it. The 2 wrongs make a right. If Johnny jumped off the bridge, I would too. Excuse. And finally, the stupidest request made from a mother to a teacher is, I teach high school English, and to be clear, reading is an essential part of any high school English class. It's often the only homework I assign, and often our classroom discussion and work are based on the assigned readings. But that didn't stop one mother from scheduling a conference to ask me if her daughter could skip the reading because she had signed up for too many after-school activities and she didn't have time to read. You're welcome. Like I said, mothers will do anything to make their child's lives just that much easier. So, like I said, this next segment is going to be a little bit of a new way of doing the segment. So we're going to take a look at some funny sale ads for Mother's Day in this week's edition of The Marketplace. I just have a really quick question about this first one. Who judges and what defines you as a MILF? I mean, I know what a MILF is. It's a mother I'd like to... Well, I don't know what a MILF is, but anyway. But you get the point. Like, next. What better way to celebrate Mother's Day than to get her carb control and fat control? I'm assuming this is from another country, because I only assume this because it's not the first and only picture that the month is wrong of Mother's Day. It's always the second Sunday in May, and yeah, that one said March, one later says April, I think, another one says March again. Anyway, excuse me, moving right along. This one's April 3rd. The perfect gift for Mother's Day. Toilet gel! Yes. Just what I've always wanted to do on Mother's Day is clean toilets. Next up, treat mom to a margarita this Mother's Day. Remember, you're the reason she drinks. There's truth in advertising. The Skyline Chili, I'm assuming is a place that sells chili. Because that's the only thing could imagine as to why this place would be offering you to show mom you love her with a 3-way. So I'm assuming it's a 3-way chili 3-way. Mom, this is Dad. Dad and Mom, this is Mark. He's Bob's. Never mind. I'm going to end that. I don't even know where I was going with it. Next. Next up, another Mother's Day. This one's on March 10th. What better way to honor your mother, who tirelessly cleans the house, knows everybody's schedule at every moment of every day, and what child needs to be where? What better way to say thank you for doing all of this than to buy her more supplies for her job that she does every day? You know what you should do is go out and buy that stuff and then clean the house for her on Mother's Day. That's what you need to do. Sorry, I thought my dog snuck over here, but she didn't. I just kicked something at him. So the next one is... I'm assuming this is a groomer. You know what happens when you assume. But where else would they want you to groom your mom's pooch? I mean, perfect pooches! Oh, Lord. There must be more to this ad, but maybe not. Maybe they're just trying to be funny. But you need to honor the woman because the woman cleans your butt. I mean, she did clean your butt. This one, they had to have known. They had to have known. Tickle your mom's pink with our flowers. No. And finally, what every teenager who's at that sexual age tries to forget, don't forget your mom's pie. I mean, seriously. Well, it's that part of the show where I need you to sit back, so I take out my soapbox, and I'm going to stand on it, and I'm going to give you a little spiel about what Mother's Day means to me, and how I think we should honor our mothers in this week's edition of Here's My Take. So, first and foremost, as I said at the beginning of the show, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. And I hope that if you guys watch this and you are a mother, that it'll be able to take your time away from the world for a day. But in my opinion, women need more than a day to be honored. They do so much in our lives. And the old saying, mother's work is never done. Well, it's true. There is no one in the world that I respect more than a mother. A mother is never off the clock, and is there at every waking and non-waking moment. I mean, who else do we go to when we have a nightmare? Who else do we go to in the middle of the night when we don't feel good? As I'm getting older, I look back and realize how much that I personally have taken advantage of my mom. And someone that I know will always be there for me, I took advantage of because I knew she would always be there for me. And I think in this day and age, a lot of children are doing that. I've never seen so many children acting out towards their parents than I do now. And I mean, there's a whole discussion I could go into about that, but I'm not going to. But to me, you need to. I'm not saying call her every day because trust me, in the real world, your mom gets really annoyed. Not saying it's happened, but she does. When all the kids are at school and make fun of you because you have glasses and now you've become Four Eyes, or you get braces and now you're Metal Mouth, you got a new nickname. Or how about when your sisters lock you in a closet when you're playing house and by lock you in the closet, I mean you're playing house. They told you that was your room. You go in there and they'll let you know when morning is. And morning never came and you're just in there. Explains a lot. A mother is someone who sneaks a few bucks in your laundry when you take it home during your college, when you're in college, for your mom to do your laundry every other weekend. I mean, you don't really take... I mean, yeah, you notice that, but you could do your own laundry. A mother is someone who loves you unconditionally, not because it's her job, not because it's a special bond that a mother has with all of her children. And each bond is different. For example, my mom sung me a lullaby growing up, and I, to this day, know the words. And I guarantee you she would if I asked her. It's just that special... I mean, they carried you for 9 months. You have a special, deeper bond with your mom. And speaking of kids, here's my fur kid. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Hi. Okay. Okay, get down. Yeah, you get your cookie because I'm filming and you came over to see me. Now go over there and eat your cookie. It's up there somewhere. Anyway. And just like every mother, I shoo that my children away. All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. When I was growing up, my mom and I would always take me shopping. My sisters were in school, and I remember every shopping trip I would get either a Hot Wheels or... You didn't find it? I know exactly where it went. Now go away. Anyway. When I was growing up, my sisters were in school, and it was just my mom and I during the day, and my mom would always take me shopping, and without fail, every shopping trip, I would get either a Hot Wheels or a book on tape. And guess who had to listen to the book on tape on the way home? My mom. And did she complain once? No. Because that's what a mom does. She's also the same person who, when I got a Hot Wheels one time, and I specifically remember this, because I was really sad. But I had gotten a Hot Wheels, and it was one of the first. Go lay down. 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 It was the first Hot Wheels that I had that you push a button and it makes a siren sound. And so for 45 minutes, well, 30 to 45 minutes on the way home, guess who had to endure the woo, 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 woo sound of an ambulance for 30 to 45 minutes on the way home, to the point that the battery died before we got home? My mom. Well, not my mom. I'm not saying that ever happened, but with me getting older, and obviously it means that my parents are getting older, it's making me realize that my parents are not immortal. And as I mentioned to you guys, last year, 2020, I lost 5 very important people in my life. And 2 of them were parents of my friends, my age friends. And it makes you realize that, you know what, they're not always going to be there. And I'm not trying to bring the vibe of the show down. I'm just trying to make you guys realize how important time is. And you can say I love you as many times as you want, but saying I love you is way different than showing someone that you love them, and means a hell of a lot more. So on today, on this very special day, I want to take a moment and I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom. And thank you so much for putting up with me over the past few years. You have always been in my corner. You always will remain in my corner. And just when everyone else was about to give up on me, you never did. And I wouldn't be where I'm at today without you. So thank you. I love you. My dog is annoying me to go POTTY, so I have to go. But we're going to leave it on that note. Be sure to join me next week as we celebrate the 50th show. That's right. It is the 50th episode next week. This is episode 49. So if you think there's something funny I should see and share on the show, please be sure to send it to me. That's a lot of It's a lot of sounds. Also, while you're sitting there, and I'm going to do a little time filling so you have time to do that, but would you like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell anytime you get notifications, anytime I post something, because right after this, I'm going to post another Pet of the Week. And as soon as I get information on the pets that I've promoted, if and when get adopted and I get updated, I will let you guys know. So can't wait for that. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and please be sure to check out PCAPS and all of your local animal shelters the next time you need to get an animal. Anyway, without further ado, everybody, again, be sure to join us for our 50th episode next week. Until then, that's all I'm saying.